Hey, I just had a thought, and before I lose it, I really want to try and encapsulate it, but of course, in the excitement of having this thought, I ran out the room and I had to go through a doorway, you know? Shit. It's kind of deemed. Alright, give me a sec. Oh, yeah, like the way I have sort of just, all the things at once. Okay, ah it's like these programs running in me are like malware, and like any programming we've got from our childhoods, from various traumas we've encountered over the years, they've just like it's like the .exe running, and you have to install like specific antivirus for each virus. And first I have to like kind of decode the virus and work out what it is. So like, say I need a real life example. There's no, why am I, if I have to think about, I got, it's the observational thing. I'm too excited to have to manage the camera trigger as well. Okay. This is a lot. This is a lot. It's awesome. It's horrendous. It's both. Yeah. It's more good than bad. So it's like, okay, so say I have a thought in my head that's like a judgmental one. I would not judge, like there's a load of process that goes into it, but like first of all I would be trying not to judge myself for having the judgmental thought and being like, that is society ingrained, that is experience ingrained, that's just malware, that's just a belief. So then I would yeah, great, it's happening in real time, so helpful, thank you brain. So like, oh, I'm really off track. I'm not sure how this links into the thought I had that I got excited about, but you know what, I like the usual, and this is how it comes into it, because I have that, and okay, so I decode it, so where is that from? Well, obviously I've like had a ton of experiences. Fucking this entire world is not great with neurodiverse communication skills in the first place. So like, if I tangent off, I'm probably used to people not knowing where I'm going and looking rushed and like the self-doubt. So then the reassurance that I actually have faith in myself, that I'm gonna figure out where I'm going, it's gonna link up. But if I'm not relaxed, then parts of me will just withdraw all of what I was thinking about, and I'll be like, oh, I don't know anything anymore. So I gotta like actually feel that trust in myself to relax. So there's the antivirus working, and I'm okay, and I can remember what I was saying again, how it links in, because it was like a real-time demonstration of some of the bits of work. But the way I worked out how we actually, like, I was like, okay, so where's the thought to action thing happening? And it's like, we've been writing down on the back of our hand the specific, it's like the line of code we need to interrupt each sequence. It's like I work out where it's from, I work out where I will have heard it, where it's been instilled, and I work out exactly what sort of reverse phrase my brain needs to combat it, and then we write it on the back of our arm, on the back of our hands. I've done post-it notes all over the house as well, and I would recommend, because as you catch it as you're walking through, it goes in. Because the thing is, it's there in the first place because of repetition. Your brain's trained with repetition. So all I have to do is train it again with repetition. Even if I don't think it's going to work, it seems to work. So like, yeah, it just seemed like a really obvious, like, there's like there's a this, and like, there's an A to B process, which I have ADHD excited around like horrendously all over this, so I don't know if it's actually looking like an A to B process in this video, but I can extract and make it neater in like I can condense what I'm saying once I watch this video back, yeah? But it probably makes enough sense as is, all over the place, all over the shop, and I did reach my point, so that trust is valid. Yay. It really helps. Massively helps, because like, post-it notes, yeah, but I won't always necessarily be in front of a post-it note when something like a trigger hits, or like because just like one negative self-talk comment could have spiraled off like this whole thing and caused like splitting and dissociation not even a day ago. So, and we've been hours to fix, and like still could depending on the topic, but we get it back a lot quicker now because it's like, and I'm just working out why and being like, oh, there's an A to B process of how we're getting things from like, what do we need, how do we do it, and then how do we install changing the habit. It's writing it on the back of the hands, it's working out what we need, that is the reverse of the thing coming up, and instilling that over the top. In this case, I had written on my hand for a day, I trust that what I'm saying is valid and relevant and holds importance. And then every time I'm in a situation where I'd be like, I can't remember what I'm saying, and I dissociate, I'd look at my hand. I just like I tend to look down towards my body, so I catch that there's writing there, and in my sort of glazed dissociated state, I always read it. And it just like, it makes a massive difference. Because now in situations where that happens, even with a lot of things happening in my brain and in my environment, because the camera is a lot of things happening in our environment, this brain, and it kind of auto cues itself now, you know, that thought. And like we had curiosity and non-judgmental on the other hand for ages, because every time I had a thought that I didn't identify with cross my mind, I'd like banish it from thoughts and mind and be like, I'm a horrendous person who thinks awful things, which is obviously not really the one, and not really how it works. So would recommend that.